Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, this is not exactly a YouTube channel specific video. I just want to quickly demonstrate the use of the Postpipe tool that I made. And I initially explained that the Postpipe is an API tool that allows you to just concentrate on creating your API tests, create your endpoints, get your collection. And when it comes to managing the pipeline, it tells you manage the pipeline depending on the pipeline you want to use, particularly if it's GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket. So what does this do differently from what Postman does? Well, what it does differently is that whether you have created the collection, you stored it as a JSON, or you have the collection right there on your Postman, you can use your Postman key and the collection ID and get everything done. And instead of you to start worrying about copying and pasting codes that Postman has already generated, all you just need to do is just copy your collection ID and that's all. Or you copy your Postman API key and that is all. So let us try to put that to test and see how it works. So the first thing I want to do is I would want to the Python, okay, I wrote pip. You see that I wrote pip. The whole brainchild about this project started with a Python package created by Oluwase Ajadi Nexus. That's his nickname. He's a very brilliant software developer engineer in test. So he started this with a Python package that actually handles your APIs and pushes you to GitHub. So with his permission, I did an a JavaScript, a JS version where it cannot just go to GitHub alone, it goes to GitLab or Bitbucket. So let us put this to test. So I will start with this. I will install first, so I'll say npm I, then I'll install it globally, post pipe, right? And I'll do this. So let's wait for that and see. Oh, sorry, mistake. Post pipe, yeah. And with this, yeah, it's all installed. So I can clear this and you can see what is there now. So now that I've done that, let me just get into a folder of mine, and inside the folder, let me make a directory to just say post pipe sample, right? So let's just run a quick demo of it. So I can cd into post pipe sample. So inside here, let me open, do I even need to open a VS Code? No, I don't necessarily need to do that. So for this example, I want to push my Postman that I'll get from here. I'll get something from here. I think I have a collection I can use. Yes, I have something here that I can use. So I'll get some information here. So the information I'll get here is probably my Postman ID, and my Postman key, and my Postman API key if I don't have it already, but I already do have it. But why I'm going here is if you want to use this, if you want to add your API key, you can go ahead to generate one for you, but I already have mine, so I will use that. But if I need my collection ID is here. And if there's an environment that I need, the environment ID is also here. So I would need these ones in the future. So let's get back to what we're doing. So from here, I can say, let me first check the Postpipe version. Postpipe version. Yeah, so I'm on the latest version. So let me clear that again. So now what I need is I need to be able to connect to my GitHub because I want to use GitHub as an example here, and I need to also be able to connect with my Postman. So if I do this right now, if I do post pipe, because I want to use GitHub, I could use what I could use this with it, you know. But if I just do post pipe alone, it will still ask me what version I want. Then I can pick it from here if I want to do that. So I can go ahead, even if I don't know the flag, I can go ahead and pick any one of the three from here. So I would still go back and just put the flag because I just want to do GitHub. I know where I'm going to, so I'll just do postpipe GitHub, right? And here it will ask me for my GitHub token immediately because I don't have it there. So in order to get your GitHub token, you can go into your GitHub account. So I'll just go to any one of my accounts, just use as an example. So you go here, check your settings. So once you get to settings, to get the token, you go to developer settings, then you see personal access token. This is where you create it. Use the classic one, right? When you want to generate a new one, generate the new classic one. I use an authentication code. The rest is procedural. If I put in my authentication code, it will verify me, then it will tell me what I want to do. So let me just quickly put the authentication code just to have I want to buy it on time, and at the same time I want to make sure that it is detailed. So let us get an authentication code and see what happens. 629537. So yeah, so the expiration date could be no expiration, right? And you give it put a name, what the token is for. Make sure you check these particular ones, this repo. In fact, to be on the safe side, you can just check everything and generate that token, then save it somewhere. Once you've generated it, save it somewhere, because once it's gone, it's gone. You have to have it somewhere where you need to record it. But because I already have it before, I would not need to do that anymore. So all I just need to do is still go here. So if I don't want it to be asking me for the token, all I just need to do is export the token already on my local. So I already have that done here somewhere while I was testing exports. I think this GitHub, yeah. So I already have the GitHub parts done. And because I want to do everything on Postman, it will probably ask for, it will also ask for my Postman API key so it can connect to my Postman account. So I will do this again, export Postman, and I will put my Postman API key there. So now that I've inserted both, the rest I can begin to give as I want to. So let me do Postpipe again, GitHub, of course. Now you see it is not asking me for the GitHub token anymore, and it has also jumped the part where I need to put in the Postman API key. It's the Postman key. So now it's asking me if I need an environment. No, I don't need an environment for this example, so I'll put no. So the Postman collection is asking me if it's a UID. That means if I'm using a collection ID or I'm using a file path. A file path means I've saved my Postman collection as a JSON inside my folder. So if I pick file path, it will go to that journey. But if I pick UID, because I just want to go fast with it, so if I pick UID, I have to supply an ID. So I'll go back to my Postman, and this is the ID that I want. Remember I said I'm not using an environment, so this is the ID that I want. So I'm going to copy this and go back here and paste that in, then press enter. You see it's already exporting this. So it's asking me, based on this collection ID that I have right now, what it has done is it has collected that ID because I've already supplied my Postman API key. It has access to my Postman, so it has seen that Postman collection and it has converted it into a JSON and named it this way for me. So now that it has done this, it is asking me if I want to create a new repository or an existing repository. For this example, I'll just go with new. So I need to give the repository a name. So I can say Postpipe demo. Okay, let's call it Postpipe demo, and then that's the name of the repository. And there you go, it's already creating it for me, and it is going to push it. That's all. Yeah, so this has been created for Badmus Automate, so I can go ahead and check. And how did I know that it created for Badmus Automate? You see, from the log details here, you can see that it has already picked the account for my GitHub. So what I need to do is I need to just log into that GitHub particularly, because the one I showed as an example here is not the Badmus Automate. So let's quickly sign out of this one and get into the other one. So let me sign out from all accounts, signing into Badmus Automate. Yep. Okay, so let me sign into bad not automate. Do I have it on the authentication app? Or which one? Yes, I have it on the authentication, so I'll use my authenticator app. And let's do that now. 49801. Okay, so that is done. So I can just go to my repositories because it has already pushed it for me. It has already pushed it for me, and you can see there is Postpipe demo there already, and it was updated a minute ago. Let me zoom this for clarity. So you can see Postpipe, and it was updated 1 minute ago. I can open it right now, go to the actions and see what has happened. You can see it has already run it in the pipeline for me, and I can see the results of the pipeline run, right? If I just go back here, let's go back one step. Okay, no, not here. If I come here exactly, and the result already is also here, so I can download the result and view the result. Okay, so let's just put that result there, and once it's done, hold on for it to be done. So we open that location, then we bring that out, and we can view the results. So total requests. So what has been done is it just uses Newman to run the test, and it creates the GitHub workflows configuration for you that you would need for your GitHub actions, and that's all you need. So with this, you can play around it, use GitLab, use Bitbucket, use the file path, and get used to it. You see that it would increase your efficiency. You just continue to run tests, and you never need to worry about how well, or you never need to worry about the pipeline at all times. You just concentrate on your testing. So I hope you find this helpful, and if you do find it helpful, please, I will drop the link to the GitHub repository in the description. Please help me give it a star. Thank you. See you guys next time.